gonna go out there and see if I can't make it happen. This is really the essence of what kayak fishing is all about. This is my kayak. Get yourself one. There he is. Yeah! Look at that tank! Fish on! Oh my God! Good night! Oh yeah! Hey guys, I'm Chad Hoover with Kayak Bass Fishing, and this week I'm excited to bring you the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 from Kissimmee, Florida, where the top 10 anglers in the Angler of the Year standings are duking it out for a guaranteed $10,000 first place. Let's meet the field of this year's Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10.
My name's Casey Reed. I'm from Lynchburg, Virginia.
Derek Brenna from Wareham, Massachusetts.
Russ Snyders. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
Mike Elsey from Mooresville, Indiana.
That's a good fish.
Ken Wood from Taunton, Massachusetts.
Jamie Broad, Bossier City, Louisiana.
Cody Milton from Searcy, Arkansas.
Joshua Stewart, Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Matthew Scotch, Fort Worth, Texas.
This is Thomas Brady, and I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is Brad Case. I'm out of Florence, Mississippi.
And last but definitely not least, the youngest guy to ever qualify for the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 and two-time Kayak Bass Fishing champion this year, Mr. Dylan Fuquay. But because Dylan's not old enough to drive, we also had to invite his dad, Vince Fuquay.
I'm Vince Fuquay. I'm Dylan Fuquay's dad.
So one unique part of the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 formula is an event we call the 10vitational. And that allows you to fish in an event for one shot as a wild card qualification to get into the 10. But you better believe the anglers that are fishing in the 10 are gonna do everything they can to keep that from happening.
Hey, kid, get the door.
It came down to the wire where Derek Brundle and Alan Sweat battled it out, but Alan ultimately prevailed to make his way into the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 house presented by Encore Resort at Reunion.
My name's Alan Sweat from West Palm Beach, Florida.
That's a little bit intimidating there.
One of the things that we decided to do to make this event even more special is to put these guys in an unbelievably premium property. And Encore Resort at Reunion is that perfect property. We were able to put these guys in a house, give them their own spacious rooms with private baths, a pool table, an arcade room, and a pool. We also decided to hook them up with a premium prize package with some essential gear for their experience while fishing the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10.
Come here.
So guys, before we kick off the action, I've enlisted the help of Gene the Fluke Master Jensen and Scott Butcher, the host of Scott Butcher's Weigh-In, to help me bring you guys the action. Let's follow these guys out on the water as they get ready to do battle.
Kayak fishing has exploded with popularity. One of the benefits about these little plastic boats is where you can get to. I know you hear us talk about it all the time, but there's no chance you're getting one of those big bass boats back up in here. The fish are in here ready to go. You just got to get in there and get to them. Right there, Mr. Matthew Scotch setting the hook on a good fish. He's one of the most dangerous anglers on any body of water he's on.
First fish of the day, maybe 2.5 pounder. Nothing crazy, but help kind of calm the nerves. This fish is probably half the size of the one that just broke me off, but it's a good start, and we're gonna take it.
When you take the top anglers from across the country and you put them together on the same body of water at the same time, the general consensus is it's gonna be the guy that makes the least mistakes that's gonna win the event. But I don't think it's the angler that makes the fewest mistakes. I think it's the angler that adjusts when they make mistakes.
Right at the net.
That utilizes that miss or that break off as an opportunity to bolster their confidence that they did almost everything right, make tiny adjustments to improve. When it comes to fishing, you're gonna make mistakes. It's who recovers the best that's gonna win the event.
Are you kidding me? Does it feel like a chip in my guide? Oh my gosh.
We'll be right back with more kayak bass fishing action from the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 in Kissimmee, Florida. Chad Hoover Fishing is brought to you by Fish USA, America's tackle shop. Nines, polarized, perfected. DZ, the quality truck accessory people. NRS, makers of the Chinook and Chinook PFDs for kayak fishing. Bonafide kayaks, stability, agility, ultimate fishability. Kayak Bass Fishing, the world's largest kayak fishing community.
We are 2.5 hours in to day one of the DZ 10 competition. We're gonna check in right now on the NRS leaderboard. The only guy right now with a full limit is Mr. Russ Snyders, the current Angler of the Year out of Tennessee. Second place is Derek Brundle, followed by the 2019 Kayak Bass Fishing National Champion, Mr. Mike Elsey. It's gonna be real interesting to see how the rest of the day plans out. The clock's ticking. Let's check in with the Fluke Master and see what they've got going on.
All right, so as luck would have it, we got over here to our spot, and Mike Elsey's right here, and Derek's right there going back down that bank. We got spatterdock lily pads, we have Kissimmee grass, we have all kinds of vegetation that are my favorite things to fish. We should see some good sacks come out.
I put up 4 fish so far, just running this bank line, running the chatterbait down it. Nice little bass. Hopefully we come up with some more fish and get up to the top of that leaderboard.
When you take the top anglers from across the country and you give them a limited number of places to fish, it's not going to be uncommon for a couple of anglers to end up in the same place. But it's always interesting to see one person struggle and one person shine when fishing in the same place at the same time.
A lot of it has to do with the details. One's fishing a lot slower than the other, one's fishing more relaxed than the other, and one is fishing with more confidence than the other. That makes a huge difference in fishing, whether you're fishing for fun or fishing for a tournament.
The whole trip has been incredible. I mean, I caught my personal best yesterday, 23¼ inches. We estimated about 9 pounds. I don't bring a scale with me because I think that's bad luck. Yeah, was that a gator growling over there?
Yeah, he's right here.
Was he not happy?
No.
Wow, that's amazing, huh? I don't get to see that or hear that in Massachusetts, that's for sure. I think I need that wind to pick up a little bit. That pattern I was here the other day, it was super windy, blowing like 30 or whatever. The wind was just pounding on this bank. Got 12 or 15 on that one bank. I just kept going up and down it.
It's really interesting in an event like this to watch the storylines unfold. Derek Brundle really needed some wind to make his pattern as good as it could possibly be. Jamie Broad, on the other hand, had a pattern where the worst thing that could happen to him is that the wind picked up. So it's interesting to see what these guys are really hoping happens. It may play into the hand of one and really cause problems for the other.
For the first couple days, I thought I was on it. 5 to 10 mile-an-hour winds, that would have been great. The 15 to 25 mile-an-hour gusts we had today was a little much.
Thank you.
I am in full Josh Stewart mode. We're gonna wear that 100-pack of Senkos out today. An upgrade, 5-inch upgrade. Running this little reed line here with the Senko on the Josh Stewart Special. Obviously, he's proven that it works all over the country.
We're coming down to the wire here at the end of day one. This is Josh Stewart. Let me give you guys a little history lesson. Last year, Josh came out of day one with almost a full fish lead, a dominating day one performance. On day two, however, he never could find that final fish. Today's day one, and he's having a struggle to find that final fish. Seems a lot like he's picking up right where he left off last year's 10 competition. The pressure's on, things are heating up. The air temperature, the water temperature, Everything's getting hotter except for that bite for Josh Stewart.
I'm sure we'll get a fifth fish. The bite should pick up any moment. I was trying to catch bass on bed all morning, but it's been nuts. I can't get a good fish in.
One of the interesting things about this time of year is how many different patterns develop when fish are in varying stages of the spawn.
He's looking at it. He ain't sure what to do with it.
Sometimes during a tournament where you've got fish that are locked onto the beds and you have other fish that are pre-spawn, it can be fool's gold to go down with the ship trying to get those fish that are on the beds to bite, especially when other anglers have probably already targeted and educated those same fish. But it's that competitive spirit and that desire to win that makes an angler like Josh Stewart be willing to risk not winning the tournament to swing for the fences and catch the biggest bass he possibly can.
Took 3/4 of my worm.
Welcome back to Kayak Bass Fishing's DZ, the 10 from beautiful Kissimmee, Florida. Let's take a look at the day one leaderboard. Ken Wood is sitting in first place with a 1/4 inch lead over the 2019 Kayak Bass Fishing Angler of the Year, Russ Snyder's. But neither of these guys can be comfortable because in Kissimmee, Florida, every cast can mean that fish of a lifetime. So I'm gonna kick it over to Scott Butcher because he's gonna head out and find Ken Wood. Now they say if you find bait that you find fish. Well, if you want to find Ken, just look for a herd of cows.
These cows have been all over the shoreline the past couple of days, and it's a little weird. All they do is stare at you.
Fishing around cows is weird. They don't seem to like you very much. They look angry, and I thought they were gonna kill me. All I could think of was that meme that goes around online that talks about how many sharks kill people compared to how many cows kill people each year, and I thought I was gonna be one of them. No, I don't have any experience with cows besides eating them, drinking their milk, which is, I mean, hey, that's a good experience.
A little trick you can do, and the tail's up, won't go down. A lot of times they're a little stiff. Give it a little poke in the butt. It's a little weird, it works.
I love learning things on the water. Poking the fish in the butthole. It's a new trick today, guys. Pro tip. We're gonna give him a little bit of space, back off. I'll tell you what, let's cut over to Fluke and see what he's got going on.
We got out here after some pretty good rain this morning. Caught up with Casey Reed, who caught an absolute giant yesterday. 23.75 inches.
Look at that sucker. Yeah.
We came over to see what was going on and what he can come up with today, so stay tuned.
Second fish of the day. This one measured 14.5, so I'm hopeful. Need 3 more. I'm hoping it kind of stays like this where you got some sun coming through and at least warms it up a bit.
You know, they say that pressure makes diamonds and tough conditions make championship conditions, and we definitely had championship conditions in Kissimmee, Florida. Torrential downpours and a cold front gave way to blue skies and sun that warmed up the water and lit the fishing on fire.
Man, you gotta love that. Throw in the next section of pads and the rod goes thump. Love it. Sun's coming out. It's gonna get good. It's gonna get real good.
Yes, sir. Woo! I know that as the day goes on, the bite's only gonna pick up, and I only need to catch 3 more, and the fish I'm fishing for are big. So if I catch them, I'm gonna be in it, and if I don't, I'll go down doing it the way I wanted to do it.
Giant, big and really big one. Get him, boy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Big head.
It's got a big head on that thing. It's not very long. I mean, look at the size of that head. That fish just absolutely crushed this thing. As soon as it hit the water, it ran right at me. They're not biting it and just sitting in one place. They're taking it and running, which makes it difficult in these pads.
I just don't get that same fire fishing if I'm not in a tournament. I mean, there's times in Florida, for example, or at, Fellsmere or something, fun fishing, you kind of get that giddiness back, but man, I only get that feeling in a tournament. That's why I love 2 and 3 day tournaments, is because that feeling multiplies having a chance to lead going into day 2 or going into day 3.
As a fan of the sport, it always intrigues me to see guys under the pressure of the clock ticking down. Guys like me can't handle that pressure. Guys like Scott, guys like Josh Stewart, Russ Snyder, Brad Case, they move to the next cast with ease. If they feel the pressure, they definitely don't show it.
We'll be right back with more from the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 in Kissimmee, Florida. Chad Hoover Fishing is brought to you by Nines, polarized, perfected. Yak Attack, make it yours. NRS, makers of the Chinook and Chinook PFDs for kayak fishing. Tacticam Fish Eye, share your catch. Fish USA, America's tackle shop. Native Watercraft, the best in kayak fishing. Hey guys, welcome back. Before we head back out on the water, I want to talk to you again about my favorite fishing product, the Power Pole Micro Shallow Water Anchor. It is boat control at the touch of a button. You can grab your Power Pole Micro Anchor Shallow Water Anchor from the folks at Fish USA, America's tackle shop. Now let's head back out to the water. One of the great things about the competitors at the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 is their willingness to help bring you guys an awesome production. So we enlisted their help to film themselves because we couldn't be everywhere for everyone. So I'd like to introduce this segment called Anglers Talking to Cameras.
Finally just got one. It was a giant. And I'm pretty excited to show it to you. So let's check it out. Just kidding. Just kidding, it's just a little guy.
Got a few upgrades I need to catch. Got a couple 14s I need to get rid of. I got a couple cameramen I gotta get rid of. Definitely want first, so I got a lot of ground to make up. Need to get rid of these dinks.
Did Ken Wood just call me a dink? I tell you what, Chad must be a toad.
So these guys are definitely the top anglers in the country, but that doesn't mean that they're tech savvy.
GoPro, turn off. GoPro off. GoPro power off.
Now, when we gave these guys cameras and we told them to film themselves, I don't think I was clear that we're fishing, not playing golf, because birdies don't count.
No, let go. No!
So I'm gonna do a little recap of all the stuff I've caught when we're down in Florida. On the first day here, I caught an alligator. And a couple days later, I caught a shoe. But I haven't caught one of these yet. It's weird looking.
So one of the unique things about this year's Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 is we had our first angler under the age of 18 qualify for the event. And per KBF rules, anglers that are under 18 have to fish with a chaperone, a parent, or a guardian.
Dad, do you have any water?
Yeah, I got one.
But you gotta come and get it.
No, you can just throw it. If you can throw it that far. See how good your arm is, and I'll catch it in my net.
Ready?
Yep. Nice catch. Nice throw.
Always got to be vigilant these days with the braid and the high-tech rods. You can detect a bite much easier than you used to in the past. Giant! Stay down, girl. Stay down. Whoo! Oh. Man, she looked a lot bigger out there. Russ Snyder's got 85 inches. Russ, slow down, dude. We need us some 20s. That little guy.
This is the best kayak I've ever been in. Standing up on a seat when you're bed fishing, just this 8 extra inches is just insane how much more you could see.
Heck yeah, nice one, buddy.
Thank you.
Come on, big girl, where are you? I got a feeling we're gonna catch a giant today. See that? There's a giant.
How important would a tin trophy coming home with you be?
It would be great.
You think we could get a Ken Woods parade downtown?
No, I hate parades. No parades.
Who doesn't love a parade? That's a good fish. How's that make you feel, man? Woo!
Good feeling, but I need a lot more because Russ is doing pretty well right now.
Russ is on fire right now.
Yeah.
Now, what I find interesting is Russ and you are on the same body of water at different ends, but you guys are fishing the same body here at Kissimmee. Great fish, Ken. Dude, I'm gonna get out of your way. We'll let you let that guy go.
Sounds good. Thanks, bro.
She'll upgrade for us. Let's get her measured, see what happens. I don't know. I'm coming for that money. Boys, you better keep your eye on it.
Oh, look at that one.
Shoot. He's caught in the pads.
Oh, go get him.
Oh, come on. I hope he's still on there.
Don't break your rod.
I didn't feel him at first, and he ran out to the side, and that's the thing with these pads. If you don't get them right away and they have a chance to run off to the side, they just get wrapped up 50% of the time. You're gonna end up losing them.
Oh, he's got it. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Oh, man. Have to go in and get that one.
Oh, that was awesome.
Woo!
One of the universal truths in fishing is that confidence matters. Confidence is probably more important than anything else, especially when it comes to moving into a tournament where you're fishing against some of the other best anglers in the world. And it's no accident that for 3 years in a row, the Kayak Bass Fishing Angler of the Year has gone on to win the title of Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 champion, because those guys have momentum. Momentum leads to confidence, and confidence leads to catches. So congratulations to Russ Snyder's, the 2019 Kayak Bass Fishing Angler of the Year, and for the third time in a row, the Angler of the Year is taking home the title of the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 champion. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10. I want to talk about Kissimmee, Florida, and why we chose to move the Kayak Bass Fishing DZ the 10 to Kissimmee. Kissimmee is just outside of Orlando, so it's in really close striking distance to all of the big attractions, but you have a more small town feel, and more importantly, it has tons of backwaters, lots of access, complex fisheries, different types of fisheries. So we wanted to take the best event that kayak bass fishing does from an elite standpoint to the best fishery in the country for kayak fishing. So be sure to plan your next bass fishing adventure by coming to Experience Kissimmee.